My friends, finally, after 16 years, it was 16 years ago when my son Jordan and I created Small Biz David and Dreaming with Entrepreneurs LLC. It has gone in many different directions in the last 16 years. But the thing common to everything has been videos. That's the one thing that we have been doing. And so we have created, today I want to share with you the strategic plan of the Celebrate Business Project. Today, what's happening, and very excited to share with you my dream. The Celebrate Business Project started the first Saturday in 2020. From its inception, I knew what I wanted the final project to be. I didn't know exactly what the journey was going to be like to get there, but we started the journey. Today, I would like to share with you 5 FAQs about where things are going to be going from this moment on. But I should note, before we get started and talk about, we're going to share some very strategic plans of ours, marketing sales, creative marketing sales plans. But it must be noted that as a direct marketer of over 50 years, customer lifetime value has always been my primary creative marketing and sales objective. Customer lifetime value. Okay, let's get down to the 5 FAQs that I've created. Number 1, what is the concept definition of an MSA creative marketing sales collaboration? Well, first, I have to share. You can see the green dots. Those represent 387 metropolitan statistical areas, 387 of them. And it was so defined by Wikipedia. This is a page out of Wikipedia. So with the idea that there are 387 MSAs, it is our intention to create creative marketing sales collaboratives in each one of the 387 MSAs. So that's the big picture. A collaborator, the community, the collaborators will be made up of 11 folks. Number 1 will be the ambassador of the collaborative, and the other 10 folks will be solopreneurs, small business owners, large business owners, employees, organizations, 10 of those, and we'll point out in a little while why the number 10. They will have the collaborators, the 10 of them, will all have access to an ambassador in that MSA. Number 2, what is a marketing sales collaborative ambassador? An ambassador will facilitate activity within the MSA only as needed. I certainly see that it should not take more than 2 hours a week of accessibility. They're there to facilitate if questions come up of a local nature that I might not be able to answer from Cincinnati, Ohio. That's why the ambassador is there to help out with the facilitation of that question. Each of the ambassadors will co-produce with me a 19-minute Celebrate Business YouTube video. Now I have to go into an explanation of my YouTube strategy of the last 16 years is changing dramatically today. Actually, it started to change about 3 or 4 weeks ago. In the last 16 years, and I say this because many folks, there are going to be many folks viewing this video that have done videos with me in the last 16 years. Actually, there's about 250, or at least 250, that have done videos with me, but many of those will not. Well, they could see the video, but I'd be surprised if they did. But at any rate, in the past, my YouTube channel, I didn't coordinate it. I didn't pay attention to it. I was using YouTube strictly as my YouTube studio as a production studio. However, anything that I produced in that studio would obviously go out to my channel, but they weren't organized. And the reason being, I wanted to take the video that was created and put it on a web landing page that I published and produced. Rather than folks watching these videos on YouTube and having their attention taken away by the billion different ways it can on YouTube, I wanted the folks to watch the videos on a web landing page. Thus, the web landing pages became storytelling pages. And that's the way that I've been operating for the last 3 years, as I said, with the Celebrate Business project. I also did a lot of, well, we're going to have 4,000 19-minute conversations. Someday we will have 14,000 19-minute conversations. But we will also have a lot of what I call featured kinds of presentations, things, information, things that are happening to me personally that I want to share in a video. Actually, I'm preparing one right now, which I'm very excited about. I don't want to mention it, but it's a very, very, very exciting special feature type thing. But any video that I produce in YouTube here on out will go to the YouTube channel, and it'll just be a roll of lots of folks sharing their business stories and the reasons why we celebrate business. I'm very, very excited about the new thing, and it all the pieces are falling into place within the Google technology environment, which is extremely important. I now see, particularly with artificial intelligence. I want the intelligence that we share to be original and not artificial. However, having said that, I have had a very interesting experience in the last couple of weeks. I have moved all of our domains. The ones that we're going to continue using those stories have come to an end, so we're not going to bring them forward. I brought some domains over to Google from GoDaddy, and now the web landing page is going to look different than it did before, because we are now going to be using Google Sites. So and a lot of the videos will be produced as Google Meets, that technology. I'll upload it to YouTube, so then I'll get a YouTube URL that we can then publish. It's much easier to publish a YouTube URL than some of the other ones. So actually, some of the technology platforms don't even accept other folks' technology URL. So it's a crazy war out there. But that is going to be the most efficient way for us to operate and move forward. So we're oh, and I've got to share this experience because it really made me laugh. As I was creating my first Google site, I learned very quickly that artificial intelligence was going to be used to help me develop the page. And it was quite an interesting experience. So we've got all these Google things going on. We will become the the database of information for artificial intelligence when it comes to creative marketing and sales, because we're on Google servers already. I've always said that I've wanted to be as close to Google servers as possible, because I guess every marketer thinks about getting number one on number one listing in a Google search. But artificial intelligence is going to really create havoc in that whole area. But be that as it may, and the really fun thing is, when we produce a YouTube, and I will give you the URL so that you can publish it in any of the digital environments where you now operate. And now you can put in that video as seen on YouTube. I've always wanted, I was involved in the early 90s with several as seen on TV campaigns. And now I'm happy to say that we've created a as seen on YouTube, because you will be on YouTube with the video that we create. Another thing about ambassadors, we're going to have a lot of fun, because at the end of every production that I create, we will recognize an ambassador somewhere, wherever that ambassador might be. And I'm actually going to have a fishbowl and pull out an ambassador and welcome them. Well, recognize them, not welcome them. They're already be a part of our community. And we'll have a lot of fun with that. Maybe the ambassadors will share with me something they would like me to say about them as I read their card. And then another thing I'm going to do with the ambassadors, for the ambassadors, they will have their own web landing page that they will control the content. Control by saying, I want this, and we'll publish it on that page. They will have their own page, so they can refer folks that they want to that page about whatever might be going on. Okay, so the next logical FAQ is, why are the marketing and sales collaborators ambassadors investing $2,500. And the short answer to the question is that an ambassador will receive unlimited revenue generating opportunities within your marketing sales collaborative within your MSA. There'll be unlimited revenue generating opportunities. After an ambassador and I have a Google Meet video triage, anybody coming into the collaborative communities wherever they are will have to have a conversation with me first to make sure that they will do what needs to be done from a marketing and sales perspective within their MSA. Everybody will. With an ambassador, immediately an ROI, a return on investment, can be realized because the ambassadors will receive $49 for every collaborator registration that is done within their MSA. And $49 represents almost 49%, a little bit better than 49% of the $99 registration fee that I'll reference in a little while here. Additionally, there will be unlimited opportunities for ambassadors to broker business services within your collaboratives. And that's the whole concept of collaboration, that we work together to assist, to help each other move each of our businesses forwards. That's the definition of collaboration. And there will be a powerful force in any MSA, the collaboratives that we put together, collaborations that we put together. Any business services that the ambassador brokers, the revenues received will be 100% the ambassadors. That's the only way to really make it happen. Is any brokering fees that are created within your collaborative, within your MSA, are yours 100%. There will be opportunities for you to create corporate sponsorship collaborations in your MSA. A bank, some type of retail operation, insurance companies. There will be sponsorship opportunities available, and you making those collaborations, creating those collaborations, you will receive 60% of the revenue generated. The project, Celebrate Business Project, will receive 40%. As I said, an ambassador really only needs to be accessible about 2 hours a week. You will find as you get into it and having fun with the opportunities that are creative, you'll probably put more than 2 hours a week in it. And of course, once a month, we will have a total Celebrate Business community, whatever, all 387 MSAs will have the first Saturday of every month, we'll have a big meeting, a fun time, a big party. And here's something I'm sure anybody that might be interested in becoming an ambassador. As I was discussing this concept with a friend, the question, well, somebody interested in an MSA, the question came up: would I finance the $2,500? And I got this big smile on my face. And I said, you know what? For 51 years, I've operated on a performance-based model, which I was totally in control of that model, and I will finance the 25 for a limited time. I don't until we can't until the volume becomes so great that we're spending time creating and producing the videos. However, if I do finance it, you will forego any of the revenues that I mentioned until we hit the number 2,500, and then we'll go to the formula that I established. Okay, the next logical question, number 4, is what is a creative marketing sales business collaborator? Any business entity can be a member of the 10 member business group. Anybody, they can be, as I said, solopreneurs, small business owners, large business owners, organizations, whatever needs to, wherever creative marketing and sales needs to be established, those folks will be able to be in the collaboratives. With the collaborators, once again, we will co-produce a 19-minute celebrate your business conversation. In those 19 minutes, what your business is all about, and those will be YouTubes, as I mentioned, and so you will get YouTube exposure to those. I will give you the YouTube URL that is created so that you can publish it, whatever technology platforms, digital platforms you have marketing going on now. And here's where there's also going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to show you a working example, certainly not a final one. A postcard. In the 90s, no, in the 80s. In the 80s, I was responsible for brokering millions, literally millions of pieces of direct mail. Many of them were postcards. So I in the last year and a half, I've been testing, and this is just rough art. I've been testing a concept where doing with our entrepreneurs, marketing, sales collaboratives. Here's the ambassador and a QR code, and here are the 10 QR codes of the 10 collaborators. So we will each collaborator, as a part of their $99 registration fee, will get 50 cards. The group may decide if they want to mail it as a group, so they would get 5,000 exposure, 500 exposures instead of 50 exposures that they created. Remains to be seen. Actually, this is the one I tested. Just laid it out a little bit differently. So the postcard will be created after the 10 collaborators and ambassadors are created. Then we'll get the postcard out. That will have a major impact when we put 500 of those, and potentially more if the group decided, 500 of them into circulation in your MSA. Okay, I've already question number 5, and I partially answered it. Why does a marketing sales business collaborator pay a $99 registration fee? The one thing that I did not mention, that of course you go through the triage with me uh, uh, prior to becoming a member, but the $99 fee represents a commitment. Be that as it may, dollar-wise, a small commitment, but nonetheless a commitment in what it is that we are trying to do. And as I explained, you will get way more than $99 back in value with the 19-minute Celebrate Business video that we co-produce and the postcards. As I've been talking about the project, testing some ideas about what the project should look like, I was challenged with something, and absolutely will make it happen. This postcard with 11 QR codes, well, it might even look look more like this one, can be from one entity, and we will give product and service exclusivity in that MSA with any one of these postcards that we put out, group mailings that we put out. However, in addition to the 11 19-minute conversations, we will produce and publish a 3-video web landing page storyboard. 3 videos, and they have an express purpose, and we'll talk about that later when you decide you would like to have one. As I mentioned several times, all participants in the Celebrate Business community will have a creative marketing sales triage conversation with me. So if you are interested in collaborating with our Celebrate Business project in your MSA, or you know somebody who should, you would send an email to dleopold@davidsbarter.com, dleopold@davidsbarter.com, and in that email state the time that you would like to have the triage with me. I will return that email with a Google Meet invite, a link to the invite. That's has been the way that things have moved most efficiently. I should also mention that transcripts, the script of this video is available if anybody would like it. Send me an email that you would like it. We'll talk about it. And I want to thank you for your time. It's been a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to realize a dream. And I've been spending my entire lifetime creating dreams, creating projects, and working through them, and then moving on to the next project. I've been very blessed to be able to operate that way, and made a lot of friends, learned a lot of things, and we test. We test everything that we share. Some of the ideas that you have heard today have been in test for 18 months, 2 years almost. Finding the things that work best for me, and if they work for me, there's no reason why we can't make them work for you. And so I thank you for your time. I look forward to any collaborating with at least 4,000 folks as we put our MSAs together. And please enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you soon.